Hello, this is Whatcast. I'm Matt. Today we are going to be speaking about the departure from the flat Earth discussion realm, allegedly. I don't believe it for a second, but let's see, of Flatzoid. The only reason I'm talking about this, I don't really care what people say, or the ridiculous nonsense people say about each other on the internet to get clout and whatever. It's just the inability of this guy to just apologise and say he was wrong without trying to blame everyone else. This is what's kind of like, not even annoyed me, but I just find it so ridiculous. These people they're so disingenuous. If you F up and say something that just wasn't true and get exposed, it isn't the people that exposed you's fault. It's your fault, and you should just take accountability for it. Let's see what I'm talking about quickly. A bit of context before we get into the clips here. Final experiment, the 24-hour sun observation, non-experiment observation, where it happened in Antarctica in December. Group of people went, flat earthers, globies, and of the flat earth group, there was Whitsit, Jeranism, there was a guy that, I can't remember his name, that was making a documentary. He was a flat earther, and there was a young lady called Lisbeth Acosta. And on the other side, MC Toon was Dave McKeegan, Will Duffy, and Mark Herman or something. Oh, and Critical Think. I think I've got everybody there. Maybe there was a few others, but that was the main people that I can remember anyway. This got me very interested because I've been within this debate with many of the topics that we do on the podcast, as well as other things. This has been something that's been prominent over the last few years, trying to get flat earthers to provide any kind of evidence whatsoever, trying to get them to be honest about the things they see when they ask for evidence, just not just pre-dismiss it. And there's been not much honesty at all coming from that side. They label me a glober. I do so many different topics, but I must be obsessed with flat earth, but according to them. But the thing that's kind of got my interest was the final experiment to see what actually happens here, because I'm interested in the truth, right? These people clearly are not, with the way they've acted. Since they've been back, and they had the observation that they had, they've shown all the footage, they've shown all the evidence that they've shown. People like Flatzoid, particularly Flatzoid, like lots of people have kind of just pissed off, like Jaren switched, a load of other people have switched. I'm not seeing that Caleb from TikTok doing anything on Flat Earth. Whitsit's hardly put anything out. This is dying. This is going to be gone, right? Only the true idiots or the true grifters remain, right? The people that are just trying to still make money out of it and whatever. But people like Flatzoid have got increasingly desperate to discredit it, to the point of absolute ridiculousness, which is what I'm going to show you right now. Now, bearing in mind, Lisbeth is a flat earther. This is one of the people he should be friendly with, right, for their world beliefs. I've borrowed this from MC Toon's channel. I'm sure he won't mind. Let's just watch the clips of what he's been saying this week about the final experiment, which was now 4 months ago, by the way. And it's been desperation after desperation of trying to discredit it. You're now moving to this personal level of one of your own. Let's check it out.
I wonder if it's Lisbeth. And I'm not going to say what she was wearing.
It was 11 days ago. What's the last rate?
Would you say she could have been a comforter through all this kind of deal? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They went down there, pretty girl. She was part of the package.
Yeah. You see the difference between Lisbeth and my wife. Lisbeth sends nude pictures to Jaren. My wife doesn't do that to anybody. So get your facts straight, mate.
No,
we literally have seen a picture of Lisbeth half naked for Jaren. So
no, you haven't. Look how annoyed he looks when he's saying it. He knows he shouldn't be saying this stuff. He knows he's reached a another level of desperation to try and disprove all of his other attempts at disproving that this was correct, that they faked anything or that this didn't happen, is completely gone. So now he's just attacking everyone that went in the hopes that his idiot followers will be fooled by that and dismiss it.
Get your facts straight.
Absolute sickos.
That whole group is a perverted, nonsense, idiotic people, and frankly, they need to get a life.
I don't know any of the group personally, but to suggest for his mind to even work that way, that they've all gone down to Antarctica to be perverted with the one girl that's going, says more about him than anybody else, frankly.
We all know why Lisbeth went with on the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it.
Skiing.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Have you ever heard of the saying before village bicycle?
Yeah, Toon bike.
Yep.
Where I'm from, it's the Toon bike.
Local pusher.
Yes, you are.
The way he has, this is what's so irritating about him. And I think he's slipped into this with desperation of trying to make a name for himself on YouTube or whatever, but he doesn't even look like he believes what he's saying. He knows that it's terrible what he's saying, but he says it anyway because he's that desperate to say something to get his point, to try to make people still watch him or to still stay relevant. It's so weird.
Always accountable for everything. Remember, one day you're going to stand before God and you have to account for the things you've done. For the decisions you've made.
Well, you need
On
to
the stream,
remember, if
we
you
were saying there's a
believe that
reason they
drivel,
took,
then you're fucked,
Lisbeth on the trip.
basically.
I was about to say, Sandra, what's wrong with you? What's your name?
Let's just put it this way. The reason we made that context is because we saw a picture of her from Jaren's stream that he tried to hide. It was very revealing. So we said, we all know why she was chosen for the trip.
Little eye candy, maybe? Or a little more.
Exactly. Not our fault that this whole thing has been planned from long ago and the people they chose to go. If you don't like it, that's your problem.
Yeah, I just want.
Yeah, evidence for that, because this is another stupid load of bollocks they come out with, that this was planned for 10 years to expose, like somehow Jeren and Whitsit and Lisbeth was around for 10 years ago pretending to be flat earthers, converting all of those people to this ridiculous idea that the earth is flat, only to then switch it around 10 years later. Why would they even bother? Why would Jeren have created a channel and changed so many people to flat earth? Just wouldn't have done it. There's no need for him to have done it. If you don't want people to be flat earthers, don't start the channel to begin with and convert everybody. And they're suggesting that the Lisbeth was always around so she can go away and sleep with everyone on the trip. The crap that this is just nonsense.
I say to Alipio Barreto, Flatzoid, what you and your team said about Lisbeth are too low. Disgusting.
Is that so,
I've
Alipio?
never said anything about Lisbeth.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, no. It's fine. You can think that if you want to, but Lipo, can I ask you something? Do you have any evidence that what I said was false?
That is the most ridiculous. That sums him up, his debate style. I'm going to make a ridiculous claim, and then when you laugh, point at me and tell me I'm a prick, I'm going to then say, have you got evidence to say it's false? Like, of course not. But have you got evidence to say it's real? No, you haven't, because the picture that you keep talking about was actually Jeren's wife on Jeren's phone wearing a bikini, which is just what you would have on your phone if you're going to Antarctica and you miss your wife. But you didn't check anything, did you?
Well, so far, I can tell it looks like there's evidence for it. So,
And I can tell you one thing. The videos I've seen from Jeren, it wouldn't put me past that he's done that stuff. The pictures I've seen from Lisbeth to him, yeah.
No.
Do I think McToon and them will take part in it? Well, yes. Frankly, I don't think McToon is one of the cleanest guys around.
Wow.
I think he's one of the most perverted guys around. He's just like Jeren. So yeah, I'm just.
Everyone's a pervert now. Yeah, I don't like them because I disagree with them about the shape of. We don't even disagree with them. You know, it's a globe, you prick. But you're still going on and on, pretending to try and because. What do you call it? The poison in the well fallacy, you like to say. And here you are. Everybody's a pervert. Everybody's the village bike.
I'm just going to say it plain out. It's our opinion that group that went needed a certain somebody for entertainment. If you don't like it, that's your problem.
Wow.
And everybody has one.
Yeah, especially when you work with atheists and occultists and people that are perverted. They have their satanistic rituals they need to do.
Satanistic rituals. If he genuinely considers himself to be one of the good guys in the world, coming out with all of this baseless nonsense about people's personal lives, there's people like married and have families, and he's going on the internet saying this stuff about them, and he thinks that makes him one of the good guys. And when you wait till you see his because obviously he gets called out on this, and wait till you see in a minute what he has to say in response to people calling him out. That just seals the deal.
Okay, let's put it this way. Has my wife got anything to do with the flat earth?
No.
No.
Has my wife got anything to do with Lisbeth sharing pictures with Jaron and them?
No.
So what the hell are they putting my wife's name into this?
Exactly.
Cool. What about this then? Let's check this one out. That one's done. Here we go. This is his rebuttal to people. I mean, I don't agree. If anyone brought his wife into it, I absolutely don't agree with that either. By the way, I'm not aware of that, but I absolutely don't agree with that. That is ridiculous and just as bad. Just attack the person. Don't go for the families of anybody, right? Although, does he deserve any sympathy for what he just said? No. But let's see him crying about it now.
As you've realized, Flatzoid's perspective channel has changed.
Yeah, it's still drivel, but now there's even worse lighting. Like, how can you be a YouTuber for as long as this guy has been, and that is where you think you need to go to get good lighting to put a video out to people? Standing right in front of the window where people can hardly, maybe you don't want people to see your face, maybe you're ashamed, maybe you're red in the face, and you want it to just be dimmed down a bit.
There is a big reason why I'm doing this. I feel that this whole flat earth environment is a bit toxic, but not based from flat earthers itself, mostly from the anti-flat earth side.
Oh, of course.
Because they seem to be very obsessed and very personal in their attacks. Because
very personal. I'm guessing, I don't know this, but I'm guessing that somebody has attacked his family or gone personal with him, and now suddenly he's realised that it's not good to get personal now. Now it's me. We should all stop doing this. But I can go call everyone a slut. I can go say that everybody's cheating on their wife with the slut. But if anyone says anything about my family, they're sick in the head.
we don't have the same belief system as them and their globe cult. So this video is just simply to tell you all, Flatzoid's perspective is just changing. I'm still Flatzoid. The earth is still flat. God created us
Yeah, we've know it. Where's the South Pole, Flatzoid?
for a purpose. But this video is just to tell you that I'm not going to take part in the flat earth arena, as you would place it anymore, and go and talk and rebut any of these anti-flat
That's because you can't.
earth people. You see, the thing is, when you engage with these people, they seem to bring the worst out in people. They seem
When you engage with these people, they seem to bring the worst out in people. You mean you engage with them, get annihilated, so get super personal. Somebody gets super personal back, and then no, I'm not playing anymore. Give me my ball. I'm going home.
seem to bring you into situations you don't feel you should be in anyway. Sometimes you say things you weren't supposed to be. Sometimes you say things you didn't mean.
Didn't mean. How many times did he repeat that claim that he just made?
But most of the times they misrepresent what you say or what you mean. And they try and dig you a hole and misrepresent you as your character false.
Misrepresent you. Do you think he was misrepresented by what you just said there? It's not like he slipped up one time and didn't actually mean it and then corrected himself. Misrepresented. You couldn't, I don't know how that video we just played was edited, but I don't know how you could misrepresent what he just said there.
To a lot of people. Now, the thing is, I feel that although there are things that I definitely should have not said or anything, I do apologize, specifically to Lisbeth Acosta. I did not mean to drag you into anything. I made an off-cuff remark based on context that was totally misrepresented by the likes of McToon and the other company.
I made an off-the-cuff remark, how many times? 6 times there or something like that, that was misrepresented. No, it was represented in the exact way you meant it. Be a man and say, I jumped to this conclusion because I saw this. I was fucking wrong. It doesn't really matter how people that I bitch about all the time represented it. I was wrong. However they represented it doesn't matter. I was wrong. I'm sorry. That's what you should be saying. But you're a fucking child and you just can't. People would respect you more, including your own idiot audience, if you just owned up to the thing that you said and say that you were wrong and that you don't know what you was thinking because you was really angry because people attack you all the time and because the final experiments completely fucking destroyed your worldview.
Anyway, Lisbeth, my apologies. Did not mean to drag you into anything.
I didn't. It's just an accident 6 times. I didn't mean to drag you into this, Lisbeth, even though like you're on my side. Like, I don't even know how she's responded to this. Imagine that. Imagine that being put out about you on the internet. You go on a trip to find something out that you're really interested in, and then you come back to dickheads like this saying that about you. Dickheads that are supposed to be on your side.
Just know it wasn't my intentions, and they are misrepresenting what was said and how it was said.
6 times they misrepresented it.
Secondly, all the anti-flat earthers that are watching this right now,
Hello.
I am praying for you. I do hope you get over this weird obsession over my character and my family and everybody in the flat earth arena.
I don't know what you're talking about, your family. I've got no idea who your family are or anything or any interest in your family. So maybe you should be more specific. If there's somebody that's actually done that, speak specifically to them. Stop tarring everyone with the same brush to make yourself more of a victim. I couldn't give a single fuck about your family, your personal life, or anything about you. You've said something ridiculous and you should just apologize for it and stop pretending that it's everyone else's fault that you said it.
It's very, very unhealthy. I pray for everybody that is still in that arena that you see the light. And, well, simply, guys, if you're in the flat earth arena and you're flat earthers, my suggestion would be starve the anti-flat earthers of content. Just ignore them altogether.
Nah, there's always TikTok. We can always go to TikTok for content. Like, I like taking the piss out of random stuff. Flat Earth isn't a big deal to me. If Flat Earth died tomorrow, I'll just take the piss out of other stuff. So what?
Started going to literally ban them all, block them, ignore them. Call it echo chamber, whatever you want. The fact is,
Echo chamber.
I'm not going to partake in their scum anymore. I'm not going to partake in
their scum. Yes, so this person went, and because I think I see a picture of her on a phone in when I was obsessively watching videos trying to debunk and pretending the sun's changing shape and pretend that the shadows shouldn't be doing that. I think I saw something, I didn't see it, so therefore she's the village bike. Everybody fucked her, but they're the scum, not me.
Their filthiness. It is a playground for bringing the worst out in people, and I don't want to be part of that more.
You bring the worst out in yourself, mate. You should never have said it. Just say, I'm sorry. I got carried away. I should never have said it. And stop trying to pretend that the people that put it on the internet and exposed it are the problem and not you. Because I can almost guarantee if MC Toon didn't put that out and if other people didn't put that out, you wouldn't be apologising for anything and you'd be doubling down on what you said.
So I hope you guys all see the future as bright as I do, because...
Not as bright as you look right now by standing in front of a really bright window with the local sun just outside of it. I wonder whether crepuscular rays are coming through to prove that it's just outside the window there.
There's going to be no more scum in our lives anymore from the anti-flat side.
What, you're leaving for good? Good. Hopefully I'll never see you again. Although I'll be wondering how you attack everybody with your new topics now that disagrees with you, goes into their personal lives and into their families, and then when they do it back to you, you're going to come on and cry about it.
So from now on, the channel will be dedicated to biblical cosmology and biblical scripture. I will not be rebutting any videos from these guys, and will not be watching.
Because you can't.
Any of their content. If they have
yeah, you will. You always watch everybody's content. I bet you're watching this. Hi.
Me, I will not bother to even watch it anymore.
Hello, Flatzoid.
So any anti-flat earthers that are trying to grab my attention like they usually do, any of you that's still trying to contact...
No, I don't care if you watch this or not. I'm not interested. I just want to point out to everybody else what you are.
Like my wife or my children, or trying to put any of us in a bad light. Just know...
If anybody's attacked his wife and children, you're a prick also, by the way.
That what you are doing, you will stand before God and you will have to account for it one day. You will need to go and understand that I don't care about your opinion. I don't think you understand that whatever you're trying to paint me as is not going to affect me or anybody here.
It clearly has, because you've completely changed the topic and the name of your channel.
So this is a friendly reminder that the Earth's flat. It always has been. It always will be. God is in control. And I pray for you guys. And for everybody I've ever hurt in this community or said anything wrong, I apologize. I pray that you move forward. And with all the sincerity in the heart, guys, get ready. Get ready and know God is almost here. Till next time, God bless. Bye. As you've realized, Flatzoid's...
Oh, God is God is almost here, did he say? Yeah. Hello, God. On your way here. Yeah, so what did you think about that? I thought it was pretty pathetic, to be honest. But, you know, I guess that he feels better about himself now. He'll point to that and pretend it was a sincere apology. That's what you call coping there with being exposed, by the way. Right, cheers. Thanks for watching. See you next time. See you later. Adios.